climbing the stepladder to the top of this 7-foot tree because I want to share with you how I did this topper. It looks impressive, but it was oh so easy. Let me show you how. To make the bow, we're going to start with mesh ribbon, 1 spool of red, and with the red we're going to make a larger 4-loop bow. So I'm going to leave a little bit of tail here at the end because I want that to taper down as you saw on the tree. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 loops, and you can see each time I'm just coming back to my hand and gathering it there. And then before I secure it with the wire, I'm just going to play with it just a little bit. I like how those are all spaced. I love using these. They're called stem wire. Found them in my craft store because they're a heavier gauge wire, and it's wrapped with like a cotton thread that makes these easier to work with. As you can see, I'm just holding and spinning. That technique has worked well for me. So now that we have the red bow complete, I'm going to do a smaller white bow and place it right here in the middle. So for the white bow, I've taken a spool of white and I cut it in half. So same mesh ribbon, different color, and we're going to make a 2-loop bow. So again, leaving a little bit on the end. There's 1 loop. Guys, you're seeing now that this is really how easy this really is, and I think that's the fun of it. It makes a wow look, but it is easy. 1 and 2. So obviously these tails aren't going to be quite as long. There we are. You just want that, you want the contrast. You know what I'm going to do? I was going to use a second stem wire, but I'm not. I'm going to use the same stem wire because it's plenty long. Open it up, pop this white bow right inside, just like that, and then close this off, bring it around back to the back side, and twist it. There we are. So that's the same stem wire then that we're going to use to secure the bow, which is looking pretty good. And when you get it onto the tree, you'll be able to fluff it a little bit more, but you can see how the white bow in the middle really gives it this nice pop. So we're going to make 2 of these because we're going to put them on either side of the front of the tree. And that's what's going to give you the wonderful fullness on top. So I've secured 1 bow to this side of the front of the tree. Now I'm going to add this bow to the other side. And then together, they will give you the amount of fullness that you want on your tree. And I'm just taking that wire stem and wrapping it around. That mesh ribbon that's what I love about those wires. They just are stiff enough that they really allow you to secure it. Then take the tails and position them, let them cascade down. I love how you can even give them a little fullness like this if you want to, because of they're so easy to work with. Loving how that looks. Now, for the finishing touch, how about some berry burst sprays, or you may have other plume-shaped picks already in your tree decor. And all we're going to do here is go and find the trunk of the tree and then just gently pop those in as you follow the trunk line down. Sometimes you have to kind of it may run into a branch, so you'll just rearrange the orientation. And I think that one just ran into a branch. Let me help it out. There we go. So that gives you a nice initial level of plume. And let's do a couple of red, just again to keep the same contrast that we did in the mesh ribbon of the bow. We're going to do the exact same with these wonderful toppers. What these do, these little berry burst sprays, is they just give you this lovely finishing touch, a little more height, which with the proportion of this 7-foot tree is just right. So there you can see it's a wow, and aren't you surprised at how easy it was to achieve and how quickly? I mean, it didn't take a lot of time. Fun to share this tip with you. Happy holiday tree decorating in your home.